Good day, children. Sairam, and welcome back to the third session of chapter number 9, Trade. Children, in the previous lecture, we have learned about types of trade. Okay, trade is dependent upon two types, that is, on the basis of quantity of goods, and the second is on the basis of extent of a trade region. Okay, so I think so, children, we have learned already about quantity of goods, that is, wholesale trade and retail trade. Okay, and we had started on the basis of extent of trade region. Okay, let's continue. In that we have learned about domestic or internal trade. Okay, what is domestic or internal trade? Domestic trade is that trade which takes place within the country. Okay, the things on which domestic trade is dependent upon is the size of the country, the diversity, the distribution, the availability of natural resources. Okay, then the size of the population also matters. Transport and communication service is good, then trade is also very good. The standard of living of the people is good, then trade is also very good. That means it takes place on a larger scale. Then we have also learned the factors, okay, which affects the domestic trade, that is geographical conditions and high population. These are the things which we have already learned in our previous lecture. Now let's continue, children. A country's development, whenever we talk about a country, whenever we talk about the progress of a country, we always talk about trade, we always talk about industries, correct? A country's development is dependent on the extent of domestic trade. Okay, so also when we talk about trade, how much extent the trade is up to, that also affects the progress of a country. Okay, so we can talk that a country's development is dependent on the extent of domestic trade, up to what limit the trade is done in that country. That also plays a very important role when we talk about the development of a country. If there is a good economic growth, then trade will also be more. Okay, so if there is a good economic growth, if the economic growth of the country is good, that means the trade will also be more over here. Okay, if the economic condition of the particular country is very good, and we can say that the trade is also very good in that country. We can directly correlate trade with the economic growth of a country. Thus, there is a positive relation between economic growth and trade. As I have told you first only, that there is a relationship between economic growth and trade. Okay, let's continue. This was about the domestic or internal trade. Next we will talk about is the international trade. What is international trade? The trade which takes place between countries, different countries. Okay, that is called as international trade. Okay, international trade means the exchange of goods and services of one country with other countries. Okay, as we know, all the countries, or we can say none of the country is self-sufficient. Okay, they lag in some or the other thing. Okay, so trade plays a very important role to overcome these things. Okay, for example, I had given you the example of Saudi Arabia. Okay, Saudi Arabia is having crude oil. Okay, more of crude oil. But what are the things that they are not having? The agriculture level is not so very high. That means the food. So what they can do, they can always sell their oil, and in exchange of that they can bring food commodities for them. Okay, so this is how there is a balance created over here. Okay, and that is only called as international trade. International trade means the exchange of goods and services of one country with other countries. Okay, and for the progress of any country, it's very much necessary that they are doing international trade also. Some countries produce specific products in excess. For example, crude oil in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and wheat production in USA, Canada, etc. Okay, so these are the countries which produce the things on a excess more. Okay, for example, I told you Saudi Arabia is having more of crude oil, as well as Kuwait also is a country which is having more of crude oil. But if we talk about wheat production is good in USA, Canada. Okay, these are the places where wheat production is good. So some countries produce specific products in excess, for example, crude oil in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, and wheat production in USA, Canada, etc. These products are sent to countries having demand for these goods. Now, Saudi Arabia is having more of crude oil. But are they going to use all the crude oil for themselves? No. They are going to exchange with the other things. Okay, because they also need some of the other things. Okay, for example, USA and Canada, they are having more of wheat production. So naturally, they are also going to trade wheat production. Okay, so these products are sent to countries having demand for these goods, and is called international trade. Understood what is international trade? The goods which are in excess are sent to other countries which are in demand for it is called as international trade. As we are having trade within the country, same way we are having trade even in the world. Okay, with different countries. Okay, that is only called as international trade. Understood, children? Now, whenever we talk about international trade, here comes the word export and import. Okay, many a times we have used this term export and import. What is export? When we are having more excess, we can always send outside our country, or we can give it to others, sell it to others. That is called as export. And what is import? At times we don't have some certain things and we need it. Then we buy from other countries. That is called as import. So let's learn about export and import. Before that, one more term is there. When international trade takes place between two countries, it is bilateral trade. Okay, when there is a trade between two countries, it is called as bilateral trade. The word bilateral, bi here means two. Okay, when there is a trade between two countries, it is bilateral trade. When it occurs between more than two countries, it is called as multilateral trade. Okay, so these are two terms, that is bilateral trade and what is multilateral trade. Only between two countries trade is going on, then it is called as bilateral. When trade is going on between many countries, more than two countries, it is called as multilateral trade. This was about the international trade. Yes, I was talking about the export and import. Export and import are the basic processes of international trade. When we talk about international trade, we talk about export and import. Now, when we talk about export and import, I hope you all have understood what is export and import. For any country's progress, a country should have more of export than of import. That is very important, children. Okay, import should always be lesser than export. If more of import is there, lesser of export is there, then the country's progress is not very fast. Okay? When a country buys those goods and services which are scarce in their own country from another country, it is known as import. You know this term import very nicely. When a country is buying goods which are scarce in their country, okay, in their own country, that is called as import. And what is export? When a country produces excess goods or services than required, it sells this to different countries which have a demand for it. It is called as export. So this is the difference between import and export. Okay, children, I hope you all were knowing already what is an import and what is export. Okay, when a country buy goods from other countries, okay, for satisfying their own demands, that is called as import. When a country is producing more excess goods, okay, and goods or services than required, okay, it sells to other countries which have a demand for it. That is called as export. This is the difference between import and export. Balance of trade. Yes. Now let's talk about balance of trade. What type of trade a country should have? Whether they should have more of export or whether they should have more of import, that we'll learn in this balance of trade. What is balance of trade? The difference between the import and export values of a country in a specific period is called balance of trade. Suppose, as I told you, one is export and one is import. The balance between them, the difference between them, okay, it should be import and export values of a country in a specific period. That is called as balance of trade. Following are the types of balance of trade. Okay, let's learn in detail what are the types of balance of trade. First is when the value of import is more than the value of export. Okay, when the value of import, if import of a country is more, okay, then the value of export, it is not at all a favorable trade. Okay, it is called as unfavorable balance of trade. As I had told you first only, for any country's progress, what should be more? Which value should be more? Export value should be more. But here, when we are talking about the first one, okay, what are we talking over here? Here you can see the import is going down, okay, while the export is up over here. This shows the country, whoever is having import over here, is having more of import than export, and such type of trade is called as unfavorable balance of trade. Okay, so this is your first type of balance of trade. When the value of import is more than the value of export, it is called as unfavorable balance of trade, which is not at all favorable for any of the country. Okay, let's go on to the next one. When the value of export, okay, here you can see when the value of export is down over here, that means value is more. When the value of export is more than the value of imports, you can see import is lesser over here. It has gone up means it is lesser. Okay, when the value of export is more than the value of imports, it is called as favorable balance of trade. I had told you first only, any country's export value should be more than the import value. What happens because of export? Because of export, we get more of foreign exchange. While because of import, what happens? Our money is going outside the country, which is not at all good. So only export value always should be more than the import value. Okay, and here in this part you can see it is the export value is more than the import value. So we can call it as favorable balance of trade. It is very good for a country to have such type of balance of trade. Understood, children, what is the meaning of favorable balance of trade? The first one was unfavorable balance of trade, and the second one is favorable balance of trade. Okay, children, see to it properly. Whichever value is more, it is always down. Okay, and whichever value is less, that is up. Okay, you all make the mistake every year. Okay, every year this is the mistake of the 9th standard. So only I am telling you all that whichever value is more, it is always down. Okay, and which is less, that is up. Okay, so we have finished with unfavorable balance of trade and we have finished with favorable balance of trade. Now let's see the third one. When the value of import and export is almost the same, it is called as balance of trade. It is called as balanced balance of trade. What it is called as? Balanced balance of trade. This is also not good for a country. Okay, how much is coming in, that much is going out. How much money we are getting back, that much more money is going out. What is the use? No use of this. Okay, so this type of trade is also not at all good for a country. When the value of export over here and import is at the same level, you can see nothing is down over here. Okay, this is also not at all a good balance of trade. Okay, so which are the three types of balance of trade? First one is unfavorable balance of trade, then is favorable balance of trade, and the third one is balanced balance of trade. Understood, children? I hope you all have understood what are the three types of balance of trade. Okay, children?